Okay, we might be back. Hopefully this link is the same. Or else I'm gonna be fucking annoyed. Yeah, it is. Alright. Fuck it. I'm not gonna fuck with Twitch right now. I'll keep it up. Maybe that's why it's fucked up. No audio. Alright, bet. Okay. Well, what is up? Bro, I'm loving Render right now. This is like such a no-brainer fucking play, bro. It's just like the biggest no-brainer there is in crypto right now. Bro, how laggy is this fucking stream? Okay. Yeah, this shit is a no-brainer right now. I did not mean to do that, but why not? You know? I mean, it doesn't really help much, to be honest. It just kind of like clouds everything. It wants to break out, but it's rejected right now. Probably look to pick it up again a bit lower, 130 maybe. It's kind of like settling into a range. Change that to white. Sit this out. Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm really gonna change my strategy up. Like, I'm gonna get way more aggressive on small caps, but I'm stacking a significant amount of this because I think it's just such a safe, like, you need, like, if you're gonna go like that, you really gotta be stacked up, you know, like probably like at least a third of my portfolio in this shit. I mean, granted, it you know, who knows, it could, anything can get fucked in crypto, but you know, it's just the way it goes sometimes. But it looks great right now. It's so strong, and the people, I don't know if it's just the community or the market makers, they absolutely love this shit. They just keep buying it. I actually, like, I'm kind of curious. I want to look at Link early on. That's what it reminds me of, man. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of this right here. I wonder if I can. God, dude, I haven't fucking done this shit in a minute. There's a way to compare. I feel like it's in the indicators. What if I just type it in? Does it show charts or no? No, it doesn't. God damn it. There's a way to do it. Oh, there we go. I need to check back in on Trias. I forgot about that motherfucker. Right there. Finance. Okay, well, obviously this is gonna be fucked up. I should probably fix that. Same percentage scale? No. New price scale. But I want it like back here. That doesn't help at all. Fuck. Chainlink is such a crazy chart, like. Yeah, this is not helping. This is just a clusterfuck. God damn it. Dude, I don't know if you're on like with the NFT Twitter, but like I went on a rampage of like buy this project, put it as my profile picture, and then farm the fuck out of their like people. Like I would just mass follow people with that PFP and then gain a good amount of followers. I'm about to do that shit again with another project, to be honest. But so many of these NFT guys love Link. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, they don't understand when the tech is so good in crypto and it's not like, you know, it's like Bitcoin or like, you know, one of the majors. Like, there's no point. Like, I don't know. They just don't move well. They have their big run and then they never move well. Like, I don't see it just breaking. I don't see it. I think this shit is literally XRP 2.0. Like right here it's gonna do an XRP, like, I mean, I guess, like, I don't know. What fucking chart is this, bro? Because I didn't even look right. Yeah, it's missing all of 2018. What the fuck is this? That can't be Binance. That don't seem right, but okay. I don't know. I feel like Link's barely gonna do fuck all, man. I feel like the team is constantly selling the token or something, or like, I don't know. I just, like, I don't get why people, like, yeah, the tech is amazing. It's a godsend. It's like the best tech in crypto. It works as an oracle for every DeFi project. It's, if you don't have Link, you're probably gonna have a massive exploit. We've seen that happen over and over again. The Fed, with the Fed now, I think is what it's called, they're using Chainlink's oracle. Like, yeah, it's that good, but like, once it has its big run, if it's already had its big run, like, bro, just leave it alone. I mean, granted, like, okay, you know, this does fall into my 1, 2, 3 chart strategy, and this is a tight fucking range, which is even cringier. Like, right, you have your one, your deceleration into a very tight accumulation phase, and like, yeah, I mean, when it lifts out of this, I'll be interested. But why the fuck would you want to, like, I don't know, if you want to just stack it in here, yeah, sure, but like, there's just so many better opportunities. I don't understand it. Market makers do not care about Link. They don't want to move Link. It already has a defined ceiling. Like, look at this shit. It went to $53. It's like, why are they going to play with that right now? That's why it's so boring here. And you got shit like Render, right? So this has been going sideways since May of 2022, and it was just dead, and like, until then, right? Now look at Render. Let me take it out of the weekly because it kind of fucks it up, but I gotta go in the log. I don't know why that's in there. Look at this, right? Completely different structure. It's like if you took Link and shifted it many months forward, maybe Link will look like this. But market makers are picking it up and running with it. This right here is just like, holy shit. This is a pay attention. Like, this is, you know what I mean? Like, shit like this doesn't just run up and then just die. Nah. Not in the bear market. This is shit you want to buy. It's tough, but I mean, if you just buy every dip on this shit, I'm telling you, this is going to go and go and go and go. It's a no-brainer play. I gotta show my baby. Dude, I'm gonna look at Pine one more time. I fucking hate, I don't know. I really fucked up here because I did not realize how strong the burn mechanism was for this shit. Basically, if you burn Pine, you're getting, I know people said this in the chat too, and I saw people talk about it. But what I thought was gonna happen is as people piled in, that was gonna become less strong. But I think it's still like only 100 people are doing it. So these 100 people are absolutely cooking Pine right now. Like, they're getting like 5% of what they have burned every day. That's insane. In 20 days, you could recoup the money, or like the amount of coins you got, not necessarily the money. That's why this shit just keeps going down and down. And if you notice, it's going down by halves everywhere, right? Like, it had like kind of a defined flat thing here. Like, you can see a lot of action at 30. Now it's at 15. Before it was at 45. Like, it's playing these tight levels. It's because these market makers are just dumping the fuck out of it, and then no one is selling, so it just stays flat, but no one's buying it either. But yeah, these people are like recouping the amount of Pine they buy every 20 days. No, not more people are stacking in on it to fuck that up and to reduce that rate. So it's just getting dumped constantly. And it's such a low market cap, bro. It's like, damn, will somebody come in and pump this shit? Like, dude, you have VCs. Come pump it and put it on people's radars so they use your protocol. Because I've been monitoring the protocol and barely anybody's using it. Because there's other shit that's giving better yield. For example, Bindao or Damn, I don't even know if I can chart it. I can probably find it on here. I think it's been now. Yeah. No, fuck. Yeah. Way better. And that's the thing. This shit was kind of dead for a while too. So maybe Pine plays that out and, you know, eventually shit changes or it sparks interest and bang, it goes. But it's kind of lame right now, to be honest. Yeah, this is just flirting with this line right here. I think when Arbitrum money starts flowing in, which that airdrops next week, we'll probably see price discovery, you know, within the next couple weeks, I think. And that could be exciting because this project could really just take the fuck off, you know. It's so good, man. So good, and it doesn't have as fucked up tokenomics like Pine. It's actually pretty solid. And you know, a lot of these whales, like some of them, yeah, they dump it, but a lot of them are just accumulating it, to be honest, from what I've seen monitoring people's wallets. But yeah, I mean, this is the one right here. I mean, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, or if you do know what you're doing, you don't have any, definitely get some. No brainer. I'm gonna look at some of my other old fucking coins, dude. Look at Tomo, bro. I can't believe it. It's like trying to like really break out here. I don't even know where you would like. I guess really here is like kind of a defined region. This is probably like the middle. Oh god, what have I done? I don't have your pro bullshit. I mean, it's, you know, it's kind of just chilling, but it'll probably send, to be honest. Chinese coin, man, the narrative is hot. Kind of cooled off, but now money flowing back in, it'll probably heat back up. AI will heat back up. This shit, just fucking, my god, dude. 0.0005, it's literally up 10x. It still looks good, to be honest. Look at this shit. That's not really a way to draw that, but it should be like this. Kind of where most of your action's at. How long can it go? I don't know, but dude, it could just keep legging up, and it'll probably whatever all-time high is on this. I don't know. I think it's been around. I thought it's been around longer than that, but maybe not. This is one to keep an eye on. It's just like degenerate. I've been trying to eye entry on this. It just keeps going up, so it's tough. I don't like to do that too much. Camelot. Oh my god, fuck. Who's got a good chart on this, bro? Maybe Gate. Gate's usually early. Damn, a bunch of people must have listened to shit. The fuck is BitGet? I mean, it's kind of whack. Their chart's crazy though. It's in price discovery right now. I talked about it in calls, and it's one of like the leading Arbitrum projects. So money is definitely going to flow in there. People are just like going to want to park their ARB and, you know, get yield. That's what they're doing. Y2K I think is going to go that route too. I think they're going to start doing like you know, like a kind of like curve and shit where you can just park funds in there, and you could also, maybe they could bridge it so you could use it in, you know, normal Ethereum instead of Arbitrum, but I honestly have no idea. I feel like all the DeFi, they use it because it's just way more manageable with fees and stuff. On Arbitrum, it's so much cheaper. Curve's an interesting one. Like, people don't realize, like, Curve, like, they're like, this is another thing. Their tech is so good. It's being utilized by like fucking almost every DeFi project that's worth a fuck. Like their model of it's that equation. People were doing it one way and they came in with a more efficient way, and so I think they're super undervalued. You know, I think a lot of traditional DeFi projects are going to get overlooked. Everyone is going to be all over Arbitrum. I think this whole bull market is going to be centered around Arbitrum. It's just, you know, it's a dominant layer too, dude. And there's gonna be a lot of days where it does more transactions than ETH, I think. Until like NFTs really get red hot again. And yeah. Who knows? Maybe I mean, damn, maybe I know you can have NFTs over there because people do it, but with the gas being way cheaper and it also being Ethereum, you know what I mean? You could easily mint NFTs there and then link it to ETH like people are linking ordinals to ETH. And you could have mints over there and fucking, instead of, you know, in gaskets, like that one night when everyone was cashing out fucking, everybody was cashing out fucking Tether, USDC. Gas like $300, bro. I was just trying to buy an NFT. Not even mint it. It's fucking crazy. What's another one? I can't remember what happened with sushi. Something happened with sushi and it got fucked. This one might rise again though, low key, because this is a very tight accumulation. Kind of like Chainlink, except this one actually has legs. When this pumps, it'll pump big time. I'm gonna extend this out because I know this shit's gonna go on a little bit longer. This is probably a great entry on sushi. I gotta look back into them, but you know, all these traditional DeFi product, like they have ways to pivot. You know what I mean? If they want to pivot to Arbitrum, they can go over there and just be dominant straight out the gate, you know, and really like revive a lot of these instantly. You know, one announcement could break this out of accumulation double instantly. I don't think people really are paying attention to that. I think it's a pretty good narrative. I think some of these projects will definitely pivot to Arbitrum or like do dual bridge or something. Some are already doing that, I'm sure. I don't follow it super tight right now. Dude, Matic is it's been so strong. I mean, it did kind of get fucked here, but pretty strong overall, and it's kind of in a tight range, but big market cap. Yeah. I don't think Matic has a good narrative for NFTs or none of that. I know, what is it? Is it Daygods or Utes? Utes is going over there. I think that project's ass, to be honest. BNB's another one. It's just suffering from success. Another really good coin that's just, you know, found value, like pretty much where people want it to be at. It's had a crazy rise, like wow, and it's held so well. It might leg up though. It might get a new leg. I think, you know, it's pretty no brainer. This goes above 1,000. You know, probably if the bull market kicks, I mean, this could happen and it could go to 1,000 like by summer maybe. 0.44. They did a 0.33 BTC mint and it happened. They did it yesterday and it sold, or I think it was yesterday or today, and it sold out. Which, I mean, is surprising, but I saw a lot of people that they picked up like 7 or 8 of them at a time. Like, it wasn't like, no, you know, people didn't really miss out that wanted it from what I saw. However, there was one that sold for like 4 BTC. Or there was a trade or something. You know, it could be washed behind the scenes. I think that's kind of smart. I think that's where Yuga fucked up. Like, as soon as Yuga dropped that project, they should have had people go wash trade that shit. You know what I mean? Pump the prices up, make it look like it's wanted. The collection they dropped was fucking boof. I mean, it's like, whatever. They need to stay in their fucking lane. And saying it has no utility out of the gate, that was fucking stupid. You don't need to tell people that. Make them speculate. That's what makes fucking NFTs go up, is speculation. If there's no speculation behind an NFT, there is nothing. This is the truth. You know, that's why Yuga is like fucking crazy. That's why 10 KTF, I've been chilling it. The fucking speculation around them is crazy right now. But dude, the thing is like 10 KTF next Yuga project. I mean, like they are a Yuga project, but you know, probably they're gonna have the next PFP in, you know, as under the umbrella of Yuga. If you look at all their other ones, I mean, the floors are good on them. Very good. So I think being a part of that, like what's coming with other side, if they can really make that shit happen, it's gonna be shitty to not be a part of that somehow. You gotta get your ticket, whether you buy land in other side or. I mean, how does that even work, bro? Like, if you buy land in other side, but you don't have a fucking character, you know what I mean? Like, how does that work, bro? Can you how are you gonna go in there? There's a lot of shit I don't understand with that. It's like kind of lame. I mean, I guess it's like obviously having land there is gonna generate some type of money for you, like staking. I think that's obvious. That's why there's different tiers and shit. If you don't know anything about that, like go look into the other side shit. It's a crazy rabbit hole. Basically, all the Yuga projects are merging to be in that ecosystem. 10KTF is it's confirmed now. The other side tweeted a thing saying welcome to the other side when they bought them and acquired them. The stories are all clashing together. Like the apes and shit already. Their clubhouses in other side or in 10KTF, which is going to be another side. I don't even know, bro. It's like there's massive rabbit holes of this shit. I can't believe this fucking coin went so crazy. Damn, that broke down. But this is actually pretty good. Probably see like a inverse head and shoulders kind of wrong here. This broke down, which is a shame. The volume was good. But that's when the macro market just dove, you know, nothing can save you. If the big dogs fall. Other side landlords, right, but rent out the land. Exactly, but like, bro, that sucks. It's like, how the fuck, like you can't go in there though. I feel like that's the fucking cool part of it. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could probably like rent out the land until you could buy a way in there, but I don't know. That's so tough. It's like whoever is behind that and like trying to put that all together, that is a crazy task. Because think about it, right? You're trying to limit it to your projects, but you're excluding the whole market, right? So eventually they're probably going to let other NFTs come in there, which is happening. But you don't want it to be too open, because then, you know, people feel like they're in for cheaper projects, and you want to keep it exclusive and drive value. That's gonna be super interesting, because I think they have the funds to pull that off, like the real first like metaverse that really pops off. I think other side is gonna make that happen. And Yuga, they have so much funds, dude. And I guess they beta tested it, and they had like 10,000 people at one time. Which, you know, there's like 100,000 plots of land, so 10,000 is probably a good number for like a peak user base. I mean, obviously when you launch it, it's probably going to be 100,000. You know, and they'll probably go the VR route eventually. You know, like if Yuga stays that dominant NFT and they can keep, you know, making all these fees and shit, you know, it's important. I think that's another thing is like these NFT projects, they need to generate fees to really develop what they want to do. I think the whole zero fee shit's kind of crazy. Needs to at least be something. Yo, somebody show me something. I know there's like there's literally one person in here, but ooh, ape kind of looks fucked. This might be the bottom though. This might be where this bounces out. There's a lot of pressure from like, you know, BTC pumping and shit. But seems like a lot of people dumped right here. Good liquidity, but the volume didn't spike that much, so that's good. Well, it's actually not good. If the volume spiked a lot, I would say this was the bottom pretty clearly. Like right here, right? See, if you draw this line like this, we didn't really get, you know, anything interesting. Over here, the volume's even bigger, right? It's like a massive stamp. Like, we're not going lower, you know? Same thing here. We're not going lower. That's pretty good. We haven't got over this since January when it was pumping. So this could go lower. Oh, let me delete this because it's not good. Honestly, I think it will go lower. I think there's way too many people getting free money in Yuga right now. At least until, you know, until NFTs get a little bit hotter. Do you think we get another flush on BTC? I mean, what do you consider a flush? is the real question. Because do I think we'll come down to like 24, 25 soon? Yeah, probably. So I would consider that a flush. I think it'll be quite I think it'll be quite gentle though. It'll probably be something like this. I mean, that's not really a flush though, is it? I think maybe we'll go down to like 25.5, so like kind of where this wick is like this right here is like kind of a key thing to pay attention to, because that wick is there for a very distinct reason. Like market makers, for whatever reason, you know, like that was a weird area to bid heavy. So I pay attention to shit like that. Like these random wicks are very important. Historically for me, they've always like paid off. Some people don't chart them. Is really this news? Oh fuck. Is my title? Oh god. I don't. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. I thought my title was like bugged. What are you talking about? Is this news? Bitcoin at 1 mil, Arbitrum airdrop. I mean, do I think Bitcoin will go to 1 million? Yeah, wholeheartedly. You know, I wish you could really zoom out farther, but we'll break 100K on this bull market, and then, you know, it might be like fucking by 2030, wait, 1 million probably. I don't know. Do you think in 90 days? Probably. Like I don't know, honestly. Like if BTC like kind of, it's, if we break under like 25 and stay under there for a little bit, it could get spooky, right? Like we kind of need to maintain momentum here. Like I think a pullback to like 25-ish would be considered healthy, but if we stay under that or close under that for a while, it could get very spooky again. You know, this is a strong break though. It's not to be disrespected. I think we'll kind of cool down and then push higher. Like I drew this a while back, kind of just fucking off. I think this will play into like, we'll exit April, I think, before we like really. Ethereum. Oh yeah, I can look at it. I can look at Ethereum if that's what you're talking about. So to me, right, this orange line is very important to me. It's kind of flirting with it, right? Like it's closed above it. If Ethereum stays above this, it's going to be very bullish and it'll probably push to 2K. If it gets rejected again, which, you know, a healthy pullback after a move like this is good. You know, you want to establish support, right? So what I see here when I look at this, I see a lot of touches. So it's like quite the support level. And then you go over here, right? I could like really drag this over. I could go all the way fucking. I mean, really, I could go all the way to this wick again, like this. Because, like I said, those wicks are important, right? So, a little pullback to right here, and then, you know, you could bump and run to the top of this. I think Ethereum's probably going to 2K before it goes down. Is it worth to buy now? I would try to get it a little bit lower. I think this area right here, which is specifically 1700, will be defended pretty strong. I mean, if like you want to you're basically speculating if you buy now, will this, you know, just pump up? I think it makes a little bit more sense to come down, you know, maybe fake people out, go to like 1650 and kind of, you know, I think it either does something like this. Actually, hang on. I want to be a little bit more specific. I think it does something like this, where it tries to push 2K, or it does something like this, and then pushes 2K. I don't see us going below 1650 short term. That's just my opinion. Not financial advice. I mean, it's like, you know, I think it makes more sense to go 1650, but people really got cooked on this move. And there's not a lot of resistance here if you really look at it, right? I mean, there's this. So, but I mean, I think I would consider 2000 to be the point that'd be hard to break, right? I think this is kind of arbitrary. Like in this area, I think 2000 is like kind of where everybody's got their sights set. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is though, this is worth keeping in mind, right? this purple line. So you get your wick here, which that was in 2016. 4 years later, right? We had a wick here, 2020, four years. And now we're in 2023, right? And we have not touched the purple line yet. I do think we'll touch the purple line. However, we could just go sideways here and still be bullish and touch the purple line. It sounds crazy, like the whole TA shit sounds crazy, but I promise you, we will touch this purple line at some point. So who knows? Maybe we could like pump up a little bit and like rock down and then kind of bump and run. I don't know. I think short term is pretty bullish. I think Ethereum looks a little bit better in BTC short term because I think BTC really like kind of made a more explosive move. Actually, let me open up that fresh Bitstamp chart. Like just looking at it, right? Like to me, this wick was very important because you have two, like, let me pull this down a little bit. I'm gonna angle it down, like, I don't know. Whatever. I would just consider this important because you have like key touches around this area, right? And right here too. Breaking this is pretty significant. And then if you just really like are simple about it, there's a little bit of resistance here at like 28, but it's kind of minimal. Your next resistance, I mean, a lot of people say 32. I think that's that's pretty valid. I think like if you look at it on these candles in here and just kind of draw it, like I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible, right? We're now living in this in my head, okay? So what that means to me is, go down a little bit and then the next, I think we try to push for 32. I think there'll be a little bit of a challenge at 30 just because, it's human psychology, right? Like these even numbers, big numbers, just like 25 is important because in people's heads, that's it's just a big number, even round number, etc. I think 30 will be some type of resistance, but now that we've broke into this is all you should be looking at. In my opinion, it's very simple. This channel. I know we don't have like specific touches. I mean, I could probably like fix this a little bit. I guess really the solution would be to go down some. Like that's pretty good. There will be a Bitcoin fallout in your opinion? No. The way I look at it, right, is I look at everything as like key levels of support and resistance, okay? So in my head, right, like obviously I can pull up this chart. I have crazy charts going way back on Bitcoin. Let me find my other one that might make more sense. What is this one? Okay, this one's better. This was just me looking at structure. This looks like a fucking schizo whatever, right? But I'll break this down to you, okay, quickly. We had like, I'll show you where the structure changed. So right here, the structure changed, okay? So we had leg down, and then we had decreasing touches that led to a bullish move, right? Here we had a leg down that led to like increasing touches that broke down. So it creates like an L, right? L breakdown. Here again, L, and then it kind of staggered up, like stair stepped up, and then L breakdown again. Here the structure changed. This is different than this, and it's also different than this, right? This is like what we call inverse head and shoulders. You have a shoulder here, your head here, shoulder here. And then your key lines, like this yellow line was the previous all-time high, so it's very important. And you notice we fucking rocketed off that. That's not coincidence. So then I had another line drawn here, which 24,000 was kind of like a key area because there was like a little stutter here, and then it got rejected here initially. Try to break out here, it got rejected, so that's important. We crossed it. So like once you cross these key levels, they kind of hold you up. It's like going up floors on an elevator, right? So like this is like, we'll say this is floor 3. Like once you're on floor 3, when you're in the middle, if you're trying to like swing trade or like take a longer short, you shouldn't. When you're in the middle, you look for either to buy a break through a line that holds. So like initially when this broke through, you would buy here and long, and then wait for it to go here. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when it pumps up here, you move your stop up a little bit if you know what a stop limit is. If not, then whatever. There's different ways to play it, right? But if it's in the way I like to do it, if it's in the middle, I like to look for it to come back down, and then I take my position on essentially what I call like a healthy pullback bounce, because you know what I mean, you cleared this level, so it's going to try to hold you up a little bit. People will try to defend it. Market makers will try to defend this, because if you lose this, you're probably going to fall back down to here again, and that sucks. And you know, and basically your levels that you break through and hold, when we shift into a bull market, these levels will hold more often than not. So you want to play them more and more and become more aggressive as you get closer to the previous all-time high. Because once you break the all-time high, there is no ceiling anymore. You can go wherever. And that's what everybody wants, right? So it's really important, like, to just try to find clear points of contact, or many points of contact, and just draw horizontals. Like all this shit kind of doesn't really fit just, you know, drawing lines. This is more structural analysis and looking for it to change. So, you know, 2 L's, and then it broke structure, which told me this is probably the bottom. And then massive volume spikes like this, when structure changes, pushes me more in that direction that this is the bottom, you know? Volume is very key. Volume will tell you a lot. Like, look here. Let me zoom out so you can see it. Look how high this volume spike is, right? This was also the bottom. This was in the March COVID crash. These huge volume spikes, even though it's red, it's basically just people getting washed out. Like capitulation, people exiting their positions. When that happens, usually people, if you didn't sell here, you're not fucking selling. You know what I'm saying? This was the night that Bitcoin went from like fucking, I mean, it was like 10K and went down to like 3,500. If you did not sell here, you were not selling. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's like a show of strength, right? Here again, you have a massive volume spike. This was also the bottom for a while. This ended up in being a pretty good gain if you traded it, you know, 30K to 60, whatever the fuck. So it's over 2x. You know, massive volume spike. Like, these things stand out, right? When you zoom out, look how much volume we're getting lately, and look how big of buy volume we're getting. You know, and the biggest candle seems to be what stamped the bottom. And right here, stamped the bottom. Once again, we had, you know, this is a time of less volume, but this is a pretty big volume candle for back then. Seems to be like the highest. That also stamped the bottom for Bitcoin. So I always try to tell people, like, when you're trying to trade these things, zoom out and keep it simple. Like, I trade minimum on 1 day timeline. Sometimes I'll go to a week. It becomes even clearer. This to me is like putting on glasses and having 20/20 vision on Bitcoin, because it has such a long history. You know, you want to also make sure if you don't chart or whatever, I encourage you to do it, because you can go back and back test your ideas. You know what I'm saying? You can go back in here and start charting and really get a feel for what works in crypto and what doesn't, you know, because it's different than stocks. It's faster. And if you can chart crypto, you can chart fucking stocks for sure. It's high volatility, fast moving. Yeah, it just becomes way clearer, right? Like, look how these volume spikes stand out. You know, clear bottom. This right here stood out for back then. Clear bottom. I mean, this is like whatever. And then this is all kind of convoluted, but you have a massive thing here. This pretty much stamps the bottom. And then, you know, this is a pretty like deep move overall. And now we're building out, right? So yeah, I look at the levels. I try to draw the levels. Like right here, you have a bunch of touches, right? Bunch of touches. And then here, right? Look at what happens when it broke through. It just fell. Like it, you know what I mean? Like a free falling, like the elevator thing. You know, it was on floor 5, and it once it broke through, it went all the way to floor 3. So, you know, that momentum is crazy. It flew right through a line of potential support. Like, this could have supported it. It went straight through 2 levels. That's just shit that can happen in crypto. And look how low the volume was here. Super low. That's another reason. No one was really buying here. People were already pretty much exited or just holding. So yeah, I mean, back to this, you know, I have that line here because there's a key wick here, and then all this action in here is pretty important. So we cleared this. You know, your close, because this is your wick, this is your candle. So top of the candle is where we're at. So we're above that right now. Holding this is a good. If we can hold this and build on this, very good. And then we'll make a push higher for like 30K. You know, if we break under this, you know, we get a daily close in like 24 area, then, you know, it's possible we go back down to 20. But it could still maintain, you know, bullish posture. It's just, man, this spike right here is so strong to me. Like I'm not fading Bitcoin or Ethereum right now. And I'll pull up ETH on the weekly chart as well, right? So Ethereum is kind of like closed under right now. So I'm saying we're under this white line I've drawn, which to me is a key area. I can drag this out more and you'll see why, right? Look at all these touches, especially right here, 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick. Like this is an important line. You can find these pretty easy. And here, right? So this is, I was working on a fractal. You had 2 touches, you know, one higher than the other, and that kind of stamped the top as on the move. And then again here we had 2 touches, one higher than the other, and that stamped the top again. And your volume, if you look at it here, a big spike. It also can mark the top. Here was like another big spike right here, which is, you know, green and red is like whatever. Yeah, and this is an inverse head and shoulders, right? So you just kind of like, it's easier to teach people head and shoulders if it's not inverse, obviously. But yeah, inverse head and shoulders, you have your head here and then 2 equal kind of things here, right? So this is called the neckline. You just kind of find the interest, like the middle area where there's a lot of action. Like right here, this wick stands out to me. These 2 wicks, this candle top. Like that's another thing. Like wicks matter too, but also candle, like your candle close right on this too. So some people will chart candle to candle. Some people will chart wick to wick. Some people will mix it. I kind of mix it a little bit. But candle closes, like this is a weekly chart. So like this will be a weekly close essentially. You have to look at times of that shit. Like I think for daily closes, it's like 7 p.m. Eastern. It's daylight savings and shit. So maybe it's 8 p.m. I don't know. So right here, this ETH actually kind of looks not as good as BTC right now. Because to me, this area is pretty like. I think actually, hang on, because this is another thing. I'm so zoomed in that I'm not getting like accurate. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. That's another thing with TradingView that's weird, right? Because like my weekly candle is not showing higher. So, okay, I take that back. It's basically in the same position as BTC. You know, it's above this key level and it wants to play off that, like I said prior. And then I have this diagonal, which I think is important because you have this touch, this one, which is kind of weird, right? And then you got a lot of action right here against it. You know, it got shot down here, went up, and now it's challenging again. So I think if you really draw this out, this is when Ethereum will go parabolic, when we break this orange. And then, like I said, zoom out, and then this purple line, you just draw a wick to this wick, right? So like I would look at this line, and then these 2 horizontals, which is like kind of your channel, and it broke out of that channel. So it wants to go up. It does. It really does, in my opinion. And that's my 2 scenarios, right? Either we kind of drop down, this is called like a, you know, buying the pullback, right? Every healthy move is going to have some pullback, and a lot of people will stack here and bank on this, you know, creating another leg up just off of this alone. But that's the thing in crypto, right? Sometimes taking that trade is too obvious. This is the hard thing with crypto. It's like market makers, people that are like really doing big trades, sometimes they have to cause maximum pain to go one way or the other, right? Like if a bunch of people are long and they want to go long, you know what I'm saying? Like if they know a bunch of people are going to go long here and they might have high leverage, they'll try to push it under to spook people and think, oh, fuck, we lost this level. We're going to fall down to here. And then they'll send it out and then, you know, pretty quickly push it out and send it higher. So there's a lot of mind games in crypto. This is my 2 scenarios. I think this will be pretty accurate. I'll come back to this in like, you know, a week or 2. And I would lean like, you know, probably 65%. We see 20K before we see. I would definitely say we see or not 20K. We see 2,000 before 1,500. I'll say that. We could go down to 1,650 like I drew here, and that would create another mini head and shoulders. those are things to look into. Because it's hard, like when you're talking to people, like some people know that shit, some people don't. I'll show some stuff just to learn. Like there's just some simple things you can learn in crypto that are like what I call it, like they hit at a high clip, like a high clip rate. Double top, whatever, that's okay. Like head and shoulders is a big one. Inverse head and shoulders is a big one. Your channels, which I'll get into that now, actually, if people want to see it. That's shit that you see a lot. This is kind of more in depth at double top. These are also almost inverse head and shoulders though. If you really zoomed out, it's kind of an inverse head and shoulders. But another popular thing on it's more on BTC, I think. Fuck. Actually, this is kind of good. No, I was gonna kind of show a macro thing, but whatever. Candle formations. Trade. This is another thing you can learn. If like I recommend learning the formations, the shit I just shown more. However, learning basic candles is good too, because they sometimes do matter. Like this, I see shit like this, I know it's bullish. I just registered in my brain, right? Because basically what this means is your wick, the bottom is how low it went. You know, if you're charting on the daily chart, how low it went that day, and then the top of the wick, which you can't even see because it got bought up, would be as high as it went. I guess it's up here. So your bottom of your candle is like, I believe your daily open, and then the top is the daily close, I think. So what this means, it went down here, but it got bought all the way up to here. That's bullish. You know what I mean? That shows people are trying to stamp a bottom. It doesn't always work, but in the right situations, it does. That shit's like, you gotta really be like, I use 4 hour too. I can try to show this. Like this is kind of toppy, right? You have a close and then a lower close. It's just like very toppy. Here is a little bit more bullish, but still there's not really like clear examples. Let me see. It's not as good in crypto in my opinion, but sometimes it's good to know. But definitely the formations, the trading formations are better for sure. There's not that many of them and shit. This is, I think this was happening on BTC actually, like right now. It's people call it a megaphone or whatever the fuck. I think you can actually chart this right now. Yeah. Let me change the color so it stands out. This is interesting. You don't see this often, and it's usually not that good to see it, because it can mean it can just come back down as easily as it went up, right? Strange. It's a strange formation. Let me find something a little bit more bullish to show flags and shit like that. If anyone's got coins they want to see charted or any type of questions, let me know, because I'm just vibing right now. See, this isn't like a traditional flag. Fuck. Okay, this is better. This is like super bull territory. So, fuck. It's kind of sucks because like I'm zoomed in, but I'll try to find a coin that's like super relevant. So this is what we call a bull flag. It's basically a strong move up and then a tight horizontal channel, right? And then usually this is like super bullish. When this breaks above or breaks out of this diagonal, it's usually a buy. And then when you mix this in with this white line, which I mean back here that wouldn't have existed, but the combination, like, you know, if you find it, is good. What's something that's super bullish right now? Let me like think AGIX, because I was looking at this earlier. Oh god, I thought Binance had, what the fuck? Fuck it. Okay, perfect. And this is kind of okay. This was a good one. So this is kind of iffy, but I would still consider this like a bull pin it. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, it's kind of sloppy, but so you get a strong move and then it's kind of forms a triangle instead of a channel. This one kind of, you could argue either way though. It kind of forms a channel as well. So it's not like a perfect example, but basically what you're looking for is for it to clear that. You know what I mean? You chart a couple of these, You wait for it to clear that, and then, you know, you buy the breakout. That's what people call it. And, you know, like this was the all-time high previously. So once it's above that, clear skies, it's, you know, it's hard to tell where it's going to go, right? I want to find a better example, though. It's not perfect. Anybody's got coins, especially something that's like bullish right now. I think CFX is like super sending. Okay, this is a fucking really good one. Hey, this one goes deep as well. It would be hard to see this coming, personally, but it's very, very clean. Yeah, I would consider this a bull pennant because it forms that tighter triangle. Right. And then it goes. And you can see this, you often see these repeat again. And something that's super bullish, right? You see this shit repeat again and again as they go higher. Because it's, you know, usually like market makers love it or whatever. Or it has a strong community and it's undervalued. You know, same thing, bam, they're chaining over and over and over again. And then this is a key level, you know what I mean? Like it kind of faked out here and went higher. This is another example of that. Like this line should have held strong. It kind of went right through it when the macro market dove a little bit. Pumped right out. So this shit's giga bullish. But it, you know, this is another thing. It kind of looks a little toppy. Little toppy. You might see like a healthy pullback, right? Let's try to find the channel. I would say like right here. You're getting a lot of touches, right? A lot of touches. This wick here gets rejected. So I would say, you know, this is kind of like floor 1, floor 2. So it'll probably like try to bounce down. And then the next floor I would say is here. Let's change the color of that. So, you know, we're kind of, once again, we're in the middle, right? So I don't like to trade that. Some people like to buy the breakout, which that works. I just think it's risky because it's like, I mean, it works because like basically if you are like, okay, I'm going to long this, I have this charted, like some people have triggers set up so they get notified when it breaks a certain price. You know, you go along here, right? And then you use a stop loss, you move your stop loss up so that you cannot lose money no matter what, right? So you can just afford to let this ride and you set like, you know, to sell a portion here, cash out all like near your next level. That's another thing. I never like put it like if I think, okay, 51.75, right? I'm going to go down a little bit and I'm going to cash it at like, you know, 50 is like a pretty strong number. I'll do it like 4998 or something. You know what I mean? Because psychology gets in there. ACH, always see Chinese influencers. Okay. That throws me off because ACH is like bank transfer. Holy shit. Yeah, this looks just like CFX. And it looks like that because it's probably the same market makers that are pumping these coins. This is just like bull. I don't even need to chart this, to be honest. This is literally like bull pennant, whatever pump, bull pennant, whatever pump, bull pennant, pump. You know, it's kind of struggling here, right? Because it cleared the previous one pretty easy. Like, right? Cleared this high. Okay. Cleared this high pretty easy. So now it's struggling to clear this high. But another thing, buy the breakout, right? If it gets above here, it'll probably go for all-time high. And then once it's above that, you know, clear skies, it's good to go. This is fucking giga bullish. The volume profile looks fine. It's just, it really needs some type of catalyst to like kind of help clear it here, or market makers just to send it. Could happen, you know, based on its history, right? It hasn't failed yet, even though it went deep here. You know, a lot of weak hands exited, so now you got stronger hands holding this coin right now. That's good. And people that sold, they're FOMOing because they fucked up. They thought, oh shit, it's gonna crash. You know, they want to get back in, so they kind of FOMO. And okay, that's another thing. Human psychology, game theory, shit like that. If you don't know what that is, kind of like, you know, if you want to take this shit serious, look into it, right? A bull flag, bull pennant, like especially like pennants that go deep like this, they literally play out because of FOMO, fear of missing out. Like you're seeing basically human psychology play out on a coin that has something to offer to the market that people like, can generally think is undervalued, right? Because you have people here like, okay, maybe they bought down here and they're like, okay, it pumped up here, let's take a little bit of profit. And then it gets up to here again, and then like people are buying, so it gets legged up, and then, you know, They want to take a little bit more profit, or they're scared, and then they sell, and then it fucking rides higher, and then everybody takes profit again. And then you got people that like, oh, I want to get back in. So you can see human psychology play out in these markets. It's very interesting. But I mean, I would say though, volume is kind of like, it's kind of like this isn't like a perfect line, but like in general, it's kind of declining, right? You would want to see volume break higher than this. Like you want to see volume at least up to here to assume this is going to break higher. Otherwise, I mean, you could also like do this, right? Because I'm trying to look like how you would fucking chart this shit. I'm looking for like the key horizontal, right? Like this stands out to me. I don't know, like kind of like this. I don't really like this color. Let's do that. Oh, that doesn't fucking stand out either. Damn it. This is yellow. So I mean, it's kind of like it needs to like close here. If this goes down, I would honestly probably be on the side of shorting this. It's just like super volatile coin. I can just tell by looking at it. You know, you can make a good moves going down here. This is interesting though. Like it, you know, who knows? This could consolidate and pump higher for sure. Another thing too. So this is one thing you want to look out for. This is like kind of your like local low essentially. What you want to see here is higher lows. So this is, I can pretty confidently say this will come down probably like, you know, in this range where there's some activity, right? It'll stamp here. Okay, so you'll get the low and then you'll get a higher low. That's bullish. And that's also where you can start looking in divergences, which is not my cup of tea. Like it's effective, but I'm not good at it. You can start looking at divergences between things. And then, you know, it'll pump up here, maybe hit a little resistance here, come down. It might consolidate again below this. And then, you know, got 3 higher lows. That's generally a sign, you know, if you're near a point, it can send. And that'll probably be where it breaks, you know, breaks higher. Could be wrong. But I kind of like this idea, and this could be tighter, not just spread out. It's just kind of doing it for the sake of it. But yeah, that's another thing to look out for: higher lows. You can kind of see it, respect that here, right? The wick down here. This wick is a little bit higher. This wick was a little bit higher, so it was like curling upwards, right? Here again, this is your local low. It printed one here, and then it kind of stayed above. Low, higher low. Even if it's slight, it matters, right? Higher low, and then a higher low. So it likes that pattern. This might be tighter than I think. I'm gonna try to like, maybe I'll come back to this, you know, in the future, like a week or two. Let's see. But I bet that's kind of what happens, and then it goes higher. But it should see a pullback. Let's get into some of my coins. ALCX is another one. I think, dude, this one's so right, man. This isn't like the full history of this thing. Tokenomics were kind of fucked up, but they fixed it. Basically, they offer self-repaying loans through, like, it's a DeFi protocol where you can basically like pull out, like if you had 10 grand, right, you could take out a $5,000 loan that would self-repay. So you can get 5,000 out now, and then like it basically takes your money and puts it in different DeFi yields, and it auto moves it around, and it does it kind of safely. It doesn't use like crazy yields and shit. They have the math behind it's decent. And then basically within like, you know, pretty much like depending on the market conditions, maybe you could probably pay it off depending if it's small amount, like in a year, up to like maybe 3 years if the market's like whatever. So 1 to 3 years you could loan and get back your full amount plus the loan basically. And it repays itself. Obviously the other part of it's locked up, but it's very cool. And the guy behind it, the devs and shit, it's very talented. So this is something I always say, like very simple. You have deceleration here, strong move down, and then you have accumulation. So we'll just kind of ignore the other lines, right? So I'm just looking for like a general channel that's kind of paid respect to. Oftentimes you'll break under a channel in true accumulation. So you have like basically what I could say the one. It's just a very simple way to look at this shit. 1, and then your accumulation is like step 2. and then, you know, once, you know, it depends how long, but basically you end up having to move out, where if it's a good enough coin, it'll break its all-time high. This is a little bit different because I think the all-time high, this is actually like over 2,000. So this shit's not like, the tokenomics were fucked. Like, people are basically just like farming it and dumping it. So they changed that, and I think it's actually deflationary now, which is fucking huge. Super huge. This is a very good one. It's Alchemix. I can't remember the Twitter. Go look it up. And then Scoopy something is their dev, or like the guy behind it. Super, super talented dude. This one's good. I like it. It's just, it's taking a while in accumulation, so it's giving you a chance to buy some. I'm just kind of stacking it a little bit. But yeah, it'll end up looking something like this. It'll just curl out and kind of get aggressive once it finally breaks out. Obviously, I'm not gonna say it's gonna go like this high and shit, but I don't know. I think at least 10x, and you know, within a year, some shit. It's fine. Like I said, Reindeer. I'm circling back to this one. This is like my favorite no-brainer play right now. This is a prior thing I drew. I thought it was gonna. This is another example, right? Like the fake out. Will it fake out, or will it just bounce off a pullback? You know, it bounced out, and now it's hitting a little point of resistance here, but it's now back in this white channel. So it's in the middle again, and it's hitting diagonal resistance. So I would bank on this coming down a little bit. So I would try to, like, you know, stack more long at 130, hypothetically speaking, not financial advice, and then, you know, play the swing to 180. This is like one of the cleanest charts out. Super good community, super strong market makers. And yeah, AI narrative, right? And it's kind of like one of the leading projects in AI right now. I think they had like shit with Apple and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of speculation behind it, and the market cap, I think, is like, I don't know. I want to say like 250 or something, but I could be wrong. Maybe 300. So I don't like super big market caps. Damn, is it 540? I thought it was less. I'm not too worried about it though. The market cap and shit. Yeah, so there's been some coins come out because you can see the difference between price and market cap. But what was it? All-time high is like 783. It's at fucking 150. This is like just like a no-brainer, like bigger play, safe play. I lean into plays like this and then go risky on smaller stuff. And I'm doing that more now this cycle. I really like Arbitrum ecosystem, so kind of eyeing shit. Like I always say, Y2K is like my favorite Arbitrum coin right now. Self-repaying, or fucking not self-repaying. That's Alchemix. Basically like catastrophe bonds. Sorry. You know, taking insurance or taking the other side on will stables depeg. So basically they allow you to speculate on whether stables will depeg. They have weekly vaults and monthly vaults. You can pick a side, and people got paid out as high as 30x, 40x when some of these stables depegged a couple days ago. You know, it's one of those things, like, you can look at it like, okay, you can like kind of gamble it, you know, if it's like a fun gambling thing. However, if you're like, you know, if you have a portfolio of decent size, you kind of want to hedge everything. So if you're holding a lot of a stable, it's probably good in uncertain times to take a position, you know, on that stable getting fucked or collapsing. And you also like get, for using it, you get Y2K coins or tokens. So that's good. Obviously, this is super undervalued. I think it's like market cap is 8 mil. I can't show you the website right now, but it's kind of like 90s Y2K like design of internet, like back in the day, and they have that whole model runs off of it, social network stuff. It's cool, man. This is what the fuck? That's fucked. I can't really show this one. NWO is like their incubator. So like they help launch and like fund and help a lot of these Arbitrum coins. Like there's some good ones. Butterfly is one of theirs. This chart is fucked because like no fucking volatility. My god, why is this so fucked up? That's dumb. I'll have to look on Deck Screener. it's doing pretty good. Butterfly's doing good right now. So they just have like good taste. They have a token I've been like fucking around with, locking it up, and you get like airdrops and shit from stake they have in these coins. It's kind of like a good speculative play just to have like passively getting coins for these small ass DeFi protocols on Arbitrum. But yeah, I'm probably about to wrap this up. I'm kind of just looking like I haven't really charted much the past couple days. It's been simple. Holy fuck, look at this from XTX. These lines kind of suck. This actually pisses me off. Like, this should be here. I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to this shit. It matters though. This is like a pretty good area. See, that's another thing, right? You would think it would hit this line, right? But people anticipated it and bought higher. That's human psychology again playing out. Yeah, this shit's super bullish. It's basically Bitcoin on leverage right now, because it's what basically that's what it's involved in. Is like DeFi and Bitcoin. Badger's doing similar shit. I think this one's another one, man. It's gonna shock a lot of people when it gets moving. It can go. So they're another one doing like trying to do like Bitcoin DeFi shit. So interesting project. This is like maybe 50 mil market cap or something, or a little bit higher, 60 maybe. But do your own research on that. Look into what they're doing. It's early stages of what they're doing, but man, people catch on to that. Look at these spikes, right? This shit gets crazy activity sometimes. Every so often, right? They catch a pretty nice pump. But it's definitely bullish right now, and it's another one of those things. Like like I say, the acceleration deceleration thing. This had like a pretty tight accumulation window. And I guess it depends where you draw it. And then I would look for it to fucking absolutely send out of here new highs. You think this might be crazy, but like, bro, you'd be surprised if you went back and charted shit that looks like this, that are solid projects. It pretty much is gonna happen. Ethereum went to fucking $88. People were not buying it, so $83, my bad. You know, same shit. Look at this deceleration, and then this was like kind of a big ass accumulation phase where it just bounced around really, and then it truly broke out here. So it's the same thing. 1, and then your accumulation, and 3, your acceleration. This happens. Just people don't see it. Let's look at Solana again. Fuck. I had an infamous Solana play, man. Fuck me, it was so good. This shit got murdered just like I thought it would. It's struggling right now though. People are getting bullish on it, but it's got to clear 26. It struggled before. I would draw this all the way across. I'm not touching that shit until it clears 26, and it can stay above it, right? Once it does that, that shit could get interesting. I think it'll go to at least 150. Personally, I don't think it will stamp a new all-time high. I think it'll get close. Kind of like what XRP did. Hang on, I gotta look at my phone. People fucking. Then my friend told me my mic was fucked up earlier. I didn't even realize that. I restarted the stream now. Alright. Let's look at fucking Link, man. Again. It's another one of these, like, it's in a tight channel. I need to move this down because flat. It's just boring right now, dude. Fuck that shit. Like, in this big yellow diagonal, it's under it right now. It's just bearish to me. Once it crosses, I'll be like, okay, Link's bullish temporarily until it bounces around the channel again. So this is a fucking boring ass coin to trade. And Max, if you're listening, if you are one of the 1 or 2 people in here, you need to cut this shit. I'm telling you. So many other better opportunities. Let's look at 0x, is another one that's on. I think this is one of the better, like 200 mil or 300 mil market cap. Like shit's on Coinbase. It's printing like a pretty strong inverse head and shoulders here. Shoulder. I don't like that. That's green. Just kind of the head area. And then shoulder again. All right. So I think this one will do pretty well. I don't even know what the fuck they're doing nowadays. I gotta look. 0x. Decentralized exchange tokens of liquidity endpoint for DeFi. So it'll get going again when traditional DeFi gets hot, or if they shift into layer 2. But it sounds like they're like the fucking bridge or some shit. One sec. Just real quick. I don't know. This fucking man. I need a Herman Miller, no cap. If you have the plug on that, let me know. Every time I buy like decent chairs, they just don't fucking last. They get all fucked up. I'm not some fat fuck either, man. What's another one, dude? Like, what's Mana doing? Decentraland, they got fucked, man. All these NFTs are gunning for their spot. Let me look them up, see what the fuck they're doing. Because weren't they trying to do like the metaverse shit? Buy and sell land, avatar wearables. I think I tested out their beta way back in the day. They don't have the NFT aspect like other side does. And that's hot right now, man. You gotta let people speculate, and if they can't speculate and make money, they don't give a fuck. You know, NFT lets people speculate and make money on that whole VR fucking metaverse shit. Like, obviously they have a token, but it's not the same. People want to flex. People want to form communities and shit like that. Oh, I know what I can do. Fuck. Where? Damn. Why can you not access your profile from this page? That's so dumb. Because I have a USD E.D plus USDC.D. Yes. This is fucking interesting. So, I would argue your 2 biggest tethers, right? Like, obviously USDC was a little bit bigger before the last shit that happened, but it's still strong. USDT has been tested, but I prefer USDT, always have. You know, it's backed by cartel drug money and whatever people want to say. I like that personally, because that's what the US dollar is backed by. People just don't want to admit that. It works. USDC, whatever. I never really trusted it all the way like people did. There was a big shift like back in the DeFi age where like all these people were going USDC. So this is interesting. This is the dominance of USDC and USDT combined. So this percentage is the percent of the total crypto market cap is in these tethers, right? So this is an interesting way to monitor fear and greed. Okay. Obviously, when this percentage drops, that means more people are in, you know, whether, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean they're all in alts, because obviously BTC, but that's still not a tether. So they're in crypto, you know, just excluding tether, which means they're more confident in the market, right? Essentially. This shit, you know, went as high as 15%. Fuck that shit. I wake it up in 8 hours. You know, at different parts, whatever, this changes. You know, we're kind of in a moving thing where people like, back in the day, people barely use this shit. It's get more usage now. More institutional money's coming in. Okay, let's hide that. Okay, let me circle around. So Tether gets used more because there's bigger money being played in here, right? So like, if you want to say institutions, whatever, they're gonna keep a good percentage. Obviously at least 10%, it seems, up to like 15-20% in Tether at any given time. When the market's bullish, you have a lower percentage, obviously, because people are, they want to make money, they want to buy shit that's going up, they don't want to hold fucking Tether. And then when this is really high, it generally like can represent opportunity. Like this is like kind of max fear. This is essentially inversely correlated to probably Bitcoin price, really. Like the Bitcoin chart is probably this upside down in reality. This is June of 2019, right? So let's use this other site I use sometimes. It's a pretty good one, charts.cointrader Pro. So June of, when was it? June 16th, 22. Yeah, right here, right? So this is a super scary fucking point in the market. And ironically, November was worse, November 17th. November 17th is another point of high Tether, but not as bad as here. That's interesting. People were more scared here than here. That's funny. And see now we're coming back down, right? So we had that high spike when a lot of people shifted into Tether from, or different types of Tether maybe. Because this doesn't include the other, there's other Tethers out there, so it's not perfect, but this is like a good representation because this is like the two bulk choices. This is unique, a way of monitoring shit. That's how you do it. You type that in USDT.D. That's how you get dominance. You can add them together like that. So I've known about this, but I never really referenced it until I saw Eurosniper post on Twitter maybe like a week or so ago. So I'm gonna come back to this and check it. I kind of modified it, made it my own. We're reaching a point though of like kind of greed, which is accurate if you look at the Bitcoin chart. We got a massive fucking candle, and we're going into like, we're entering another area of struggle. There's a little bit of resistance to like 28.30, but like I said, like after that, like really there's not shit until 40. I don't really like, that's whatever. Like your big zone is like right in here at 40, and this will be tough. But yeah, so we're getting kind of greedy. So generally this would be the point, like maybe take profits or whatever, or you can kind of, you want to try to take profits here if you're into that. Like to me, once we get to a certain point, like where I'm confident, I'm not really using Tether much. Because generally I'll be up in positions on alts where I don't need to take profit. I'm okay with watching my alt I think is going to do a 10x come down 20% when I'm already up 3x. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried. I can be confident in that. So you'll see, this might fucking collapse completely. We might see, this could shift. This is just something that's like holding up now. You see like these points under the graph. That's like pretty strong greed. Yeah, we'll see. It's just interesting. The fuck is GMT? I'm trying to think some other shit. What's SHIB doing? It's whatever. I don't give a fuck about this shit. This is kind of interesting. Looking at OP, what happened with it when the airdrop launched. This is kind of how you can compare Arbitrum. Arbitrum is way bigger than OP. Optimism or whatever the fuck. It's like, I think in terms of TVL, it might be like, I don't want to be wrong. It's a couple X bigger, and it's used considerably more. So I think this is a bit of a, like, this will probably happen with Arbitrum, because it's also a bigger airdrop. I think like 3 times more addresses. I'm pretty sure like Optimism, like it was 150,000 wallets got airdrop, and then it's like 650,000 for Arbitrum. So it is like considerably different. It's actually more, isn't it? It's like 4x. However, the TVL is bigger, the community stronger. Like me, like, dude, I literally, I'm not even gonna front. Like, I've been in crypto for a long time, but I have a bad habit of like, I'm always late to the DeFi shit. So like I made this shift where I was like, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to everything. I'm gonna tap into all my sources with like airdrops and like these DeFi guys. And that's like I started to get really big on Arbitrum, but I was like a couple weeks late from the airdrop, so I'm not getting shit. It sucks. You know, that's my own fault. I try to help people and, you know, like push people in the right direction because I thought we would have some time for the airdrop, but unfortunately not. There's some people in OGs and shit, like my boy Habib. He was using this shit fucking ages ago, and he got a nice airdrop, so that's dope for them. I wouldn't sell it personally. I've received airdrops of shit that I've sold before that I regret. I received the Decred airdrop. Granted, I was fucking like, fuck, when was that? I was like freshman in college or something. This shit, I mean, this isn't even accurate. They gave all their coins out. Like everything was 100% like to the community and shit. And it ran up to like fucking $200. I maybe like made like $500. I mean, it was like, this is like a summer. I was like, whatever, but I think it ended up being like worth 30 grand or something. So I would not, you know, I've had some wins and losses on that shit. I'm just saying, if you get that airdrop, man, unless you need the cash or like you have like a specific play you want to hone in, or maybe you like really speculate on this NFT or something, or, you know, you want to, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would probably hold that. And if it was me, I probably would have held it and then ended up buying more, to be honest. Because I'm gonna buy at least some. I love Arbitrum. You know, and that's saying something. I got fucked on an airdrop. You know what I mean? I like it, whatever. I'm not gonna be butthurt about it because I was late. You know, me personally, I'm looking to buy into the airdrop. So if that tells you anything, there's a lot of people out there like me. There's some big whales out there that are going to see this as an opportunity to maybe get these at the cheapest they'll ever be, right? This right here this could be the cheapest optimism, you know, might ever be. Because even if it runs up 90%, you know, it might only come down to here. You know what I'm saying? So this like initial sell-off is like a huge opportunity point for these airdrops. So like personally, I'm going to be looking to buy into this. I don't really have ranges in mind because it's all over the place. I've seen really good threads speculating prices. It's just tough to call, but personally I'm gonna look to buy into it. I don't really have a number in mind, but you know, like I'm gonna pull the trigger at this. I'm just gonna kind of scale into it, and if you're getting a big airdrop, I would not sell it. Maybe if you need, you know, funds or whatever, sell part of it, but do not dump the whole fucking thing. Even if it's crazy or whatever, it looks like Armageddon. Like imagine this comes out and then it's like, oh my god, it's $1.30 and it goes down to fucking 40. People are like, oh fuck, I need to sell. It's gonna go to 10 or 20. You know, don't get caught up in that shit. If you were smart enough to use Arbitrum early, I'm sure you're not smart enough to fucking get wrecked on the day it drops. Yeah. This is an old fractal chart. I thought we would, you know, 3 taps going down. You know, the overall structure up. 3 taps going down, overall structure down. I was close, but the fake out was higher actually instead of being lower. Because, you know, this was like high, and the fake out was higher. So I guess it kind of mimicked this in a way. It's just this structure went up and this structure went down, but this played out exactly the same. So really, I guess if I would have copied this part, it would have been dead on. Exact same bottom for Bitcoin, like a cycle. That's pretty interesting. I don't want to move this because like I don't want to act like I got it right, but yeah, you can see it. I had some idea for sure. The 3 taps was good for sure. 3 tests, and that's another thing, right? I was talking about like higher lows and lower lows. Like this is lower highs, so you have your high, lower high, lower high. These like 3 that stood out. You could almost argue this one, but it was like kind of quick. This was like more of a rejection, so I thought it mattered more. Same thing here, right? There's another like in betweener, kind of like this. But, you know, this kind of the structure like kind of changed here, right? Like it started to get a little bit flat. This is just interesting. I caught a lot of people off guard. But like we're like broke out of every major line you could draw downwards. You know, so I think people are underestimating that. Like that's like the last diagonal, it smashed through all of them. So I think, you know, next best thing or like next thing is probably like comes down a little bit, goes sideways, and starts its journey to a new all-time high. Who knows how that'll look? You know, maybe it'll be fast, maybe it'll be slow, maybe it goes sideways for a while. I don't fucking know. But yeah, your next level of interest is like probably like 30, and then after that, really like maybe 38. There's not a huge amount of resistance in here because there's a lot of bouncing around. So there's not a lot of like, you know, big like ranges, right? It's like there's like a bunch here, but they don't like line up together in like a range. So I don't think, because look how this one broke, right? Once it cleared all the diagonals, it went so fast, and like this is such a strong move out, just like this. Brother, you could easily look at this, like look at this candle, right? If you were super zoomed in, it would look just like this. And it proceeded just to go fucking straight up. So who knows, if we get a period of hyperinflation and the dollar is going down and Bitcoin's paired to the dollar, if the dollar goes down, Bitcoin will go up just based on that alone, essentially, because essentially your buying power is going down. I said this about stocks, you know, like why were stocks going up when everything was fucked, you know, like only, you know, like in like COVID and shit. I purely think stocks were going up just because the dollar was, you know, secretly going down. You know, that's what they're paired to, and we were printing massive amounts of money. Yeah. Cardano. Such a shit coin, man. I hate this fucking project. It's like buying fucking XRP. Is XRP's shit with the SEC done? I'm about to look that up. XRP SEC case. I don't even know, bro. I think it's still open, right? I think it's still going on. If they beat the case, bro, that's valid for sure. I can't believe the community around Hex is the wildest shit I've seen in a long time. So strange. But hey, I'm not gonna I try not to dog people and shit, man. I'm just trying to look at like this is another reason why this site's kind of good. It's like this used to be like bigger, they like rebranded or whatever, got bought out or something. People barely use it now, but like I think the people that do use it are kind of like good. Maybe like some whales and shit, because like I see like, you know, like, it's usually these are like old fucking snapshots here. Like looking at Bitcoin dominance is good right now, but like when the fuck was this? It's like I see this all the time. Like this shit is from fucking September, October. Like that doesn't fucking do anything for me, man. However, like this stuff's good. Like this is like your top charts for the hour. See what people are looking at, you know, because people are usually looking at shit that's either like the most popular coins or looking at like what's the hottest shit or like maybe what's bullish. It kind of gives you like a tip, you know. The trending charts is better because this is going to be kind of predictable, right? Your trending charts, like some, you know, hotter shit will step in here that you might not have heard of. I know H&T is getting fucked, I think. I can't believe DAG is so fucked, man. Like, it's going to be one of those coins, like, where it's just, the tech is so good, it's just going to do that fucking, it's just going to do that sideways bullshit, like Link. I think I really fucked up with that, like, trying to choose that as my main shit. I'm glad I'm pivoting away from it now, like, early. You know, the idea was there, but it's like, dude, it's one of those things, like, the tech is good, it's so good. It's just, like, it's already valued. Even though this is not, like, I don't know. Is this even fucking accurate? I feel like it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not. Okay. It's like the volume is so fucked on it. I don't know. I feel like the team is like dumping coins on this, low key, because this shit should have been moves. You know? And like I was looking into it, like the people like the on the team and the advisors and shit, like the people that founded it. There's a lot of just like random ass people that are like flexing fucking Raris and PJs and shit. I don't like that. That's a red flag to me. Fuck that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Yeah, I'm gonna completely pivot away from fucking DAG. I think I already said that, but I can sense it, man. It's not gonna move. You know, the whole point of this bull run is, you know, to really be aggressive, more aggressive than last time. Because we last time, like, you know, we went with Tomo chain, like, as our main shit. And I mean, I did buy it in here, literally. And I bought it even cheaper on KuCoin, like before this chart. It doesn't even show it. So I mean, I made a good, you know, good shit on this, but it's still at the X gain. I don't think it was over 50x. It was close. So I want to shoot way higher than that. Because I mean, why not? And I think, you know, Arbitrum ecosystem is like, that's where you should be looking if you want, you know, real 100x fucking coins right now. Not all the ones I'm showing are going to be 100x. Grail's one that's good. The Camelot. God damn it, dude! It sucks. Like, they need to have a whole fucking thing on here, man. Let's open up Gecko. Let's start looking at some categories. Cause I'm just fucking, I'm vibing. I don't really give a fuck. If people got shit to chart, bro, why did I stray away from Tau? Okay, well, here's the start. Has anyone added this shit to a fucking exchange? Like, this is the shit that's pissing me off. This is like the price it was at when I first saw it. Right? It was like 40 and then it went up to 80 and I was like, I'm out of this shit. Made like a 2x or like 50% or some shit. I just got weird vibes from it. Like, they went this like viral marketing route and then I feel like they didn't even have a product. And they didn't have like exchange listings to like back it up. So I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah. If people got, I'm just gonna be chilling for a minute. So if you got coins or questions, put them in the fucking chats. Let's look at the Arbitrum ecosystem, not Nova. Let's like a Chad do the smallest market caps first. This is a great way to find hidden gems. I did this. This is like a secret of my strategy. I've done this for many moons, many years. You can literally, like, if an ecosystem's hot or like a certain category is hot, like AI, literally sort by market cap and then look at 24-hour volume. Sometimes I'll just sort 24-hour volume and then I'll look for the smallest market cap shit that's getting very good volume. Like for example, Joe is. Obviously it's up 70% in 7 days. A lot of times though, when your volume's like high on like a small market cap project or it's higher than the market cap itself, that can like preemptively show you things. It's also shit you want to, if you're going to trade, you want to trade shit that's hot like that, like swing trading and stuff. So yeah, Joe's pumping. Some of these are not true. Some of these are just DeFi that have reaches over there. It's not true, you know, projects over there. So you got to kind of weed through that shit. Here's Badger. It's another one. And again, like 5 mil, like that's not great, you know, but some of these coins that go crazy like that, you're not going to see high volume on them. But where that really like plays into is, I'll show you. I'm going to just sort my market cap against. This is market cap. So you're really looking for like, that's probably some Euro bullshit stable. This is interesting. 13 mils getting 1.5. That's pretty good. Some governance token. It's already up 100%. I'm good on that. What was Jesus Christ, this is up 300%. Okay. Well, we're trying to find one that's not fucking pumped like that. Some DAO. The fucking DAO coins are cringe, bro. I'm just gonna not pay attention to them right now. Like, that's not good. 30,000 with 10 mil. That's fucking sus. I could do that volume right now. I mean, that's not interesting. This is this is decent. Like, it doesn't have to be huge, right? Oh my god, is this that NFT that's like broken up into pieces or something? The original Doge NFT? Is that what this is? I'm about to buy this shit. I could see Elon like fucking shilling this or some shit. Dude, low key though. Just kidding. It's fucked. I don't know. There's like no volume. It's like non-existent. That's funny. You would think people would be trading that. Ugh, this is just flat. Like, ugh. You want to see something like getting at least some interesting movement or something. This one's interesting. See, it's like 93%. Like the whole eco is fucking going crazy. I might have to go a page over. That's another thing too, because it's like limited. To that. Let's do market cap again. Okay, this is really good. It's up 150%. Sometimes though, that's like, sometimes you just gotta buy into that shit. I'll be honest. Sometimes like the market cap's so small in a coin, it's like, bro, if it's up 150%, that's not the end of the world. That's if you're not used to that type of trading, then you might want to get used to it. Like this is kind of interesting to me. You know, like it got as low as 14, but it's been like in this price before, so it's not like people got a huge deal and you're stuck buying, you know, a potential top. This is still like kind of the middle, you know, of where this is at. So does it say anything of what they do? Oh, another thing, look at that fully diluted value. So you see this a lot, like it's like 90% of the tokens are not. Right, 90% of the tokens are not out. So this is like probably a new project. Doing some DeFi shit. But you know, you want to look for them like if they're doing something interesting, right? Like the shit that got me with Y2K, like they're doing, you know, you can bet on stables depegging. Like no one's doing that. Like that's interesting to me. So that can like attract, you know, people to really use it, and you know, that people using DeFi means, you know, number go up. This fucking website looks so fucking basic. Sometimes that's just, sometimes that's the way it is. You know, I like to look at it like, you know, who, if anyone invested in this, they have VCs, or if they don't have VCs, if the team's doxed, which is like that shit never happens anymore. Yeah, the website's giving me red flag vibes for Vesta. But the one that's interesting was this, I think, right? Yeah, I was doing 1.1 with 3 million market cap. So this is still not the end of the world, right? This was February 22nd, and it was higher than it is now. I mean, it was as low as 10 cents. What's it now? 27. So it's up like 3x. Still not the end of the world. You know, I mean, you're speculating big at this point, but it is 3 million market cap. So if it's good, yeah, it means people sometimes you have to buy into that shit. This website is it's fucking basic as fuck. Total value locks. Was this 148,000? Oh, that's trash. Unless they just launched, that's trash. I don't know about that. Only 470 watch lists. Sometimes I'll get shit like this. Yeah, you know, it piques my interest because of the numbers are good, but it's not great. You know, I like to find something unique. At least they're trying to offer something unique. You know, you want something that's going to stand out against the crowd, because this is all like DeFi shit. This is up like a little over 2x. Let's look at the website. Is it valid? This looks like a copy paste of the last fucking website. Also, I have like the nighttime shit built into this, so like the page might look different than if you pull it up. Okay, this is interesting. They're partnered with Camelot. That's Grail. That's good. That's a hot ass fucking, like, I guess they're like a DEX or some shit. So that's good. This might be Arbitrum's official thing, so that's good. Because it's not like some predatory VC, right? They're not like just looking to dump their coins. These look like, you know, like they're trying to build shit. I haven't really heard any of these other ones. I think I might have this one. It's been audited. I don't know if that's a good place or not for audits. So this is kind of interesting. It seems simple, like the way it works. It's not like fucking 80 pages of formulas and shit, which is good. And then generally, you know, I would go look at the white paper. I would look at, like, you know, the emissions. You know, am I going to get fucking dumped on with coins like with Pine? That's fucking stupid. That's my fault, but you know, that's the thing. You buy some of these small market cap coins, you buy a couple of them and just fucking forget about them. You know, you might get scammed on, like, I mean, you could buy 5 of them, get scammed on 4 of them, and still, you know, you could print 100x on the one you did get scammed on, and that could pay for all the other ones, you know, 20 times over. You know, you put 1,000 in each one and it fucking pulls a 50x, and the other ones scam you. You're at 45k. You know, that's it. It's honestly like not a bad strat. Especially like if you're gonna be doing that, I would say Arbitrum. That's the place to do it. It's getting a lot of eyes, and it's about to get a lot of money flowing in. And anything on Camelot is good. That's like them being used heavily in Arbitrum right now. So this one's actually kind of a winner. Even though it's up, I would, you know, try to get like a pullback, which it seems like it's going to give us one. And I would chart across and fucking figure it out. You can use that Dex screener to get like a good chart and use that. So this isn't bad, but I would need to look at the white paper. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's see. It depends if it's 80 pages. I always like the old roadmaps. I don't like this. I like white papers. I don't like this new shit as much. So they're probably doing like the real yield shit. So that's good. That's a good narrative. I think that's what this is. They're gonna get in there with Uniswap, which is good because if this is Arbitrum, it'll basically let people get it without bridging, I think. So that's cool. And this must be their governance token. That's good. Let's see what the roadmap is. They launched in Q4. I mean, they're checking shit off. It seems solid. You know, this is like one I would definitely dig into more. This could be a good one for sure. I'm actually surprised. That actually checks a lot of my boxes, like a lot of them. I've seen this one before, Ruby. It's doing 750 on a 1.3, and it's 21% in 7 days. Okay, that's like interesting. It's existed since 2019, and it's under like fucking ICO. That's kind of a red flag. That tells me like maybe they got exploited. Maybe their tokenomics were fucked up. So usually like if teams are going to be turning shit around, you know, that stuff might get fixed. So the redemption arc in crypto is always a strong one. Once again, this website's better than the other ones. What is this, like stocks and shit? Choose from a wide variety of assets. Oh, wow, okay. So it lets you invest in portfolios mixed of like cryptos you choose with ETFs and like IPOs and like stocks and shit. That's kind of ambitious. So that's interesting, but I feel like they could easily take everyone's money. Binance Smart Chain. That's kind of bullish. CZ be pumping shit left and right. There's some people in here, bro. Use the chat if you're in here, for sure. Or give me some feedback or something. I'm actually like kind of unveiling a lot of my fucking strategy of finding projects. I don't shill everything either to the group. I don't like. There's things I only like. That's either so risky. Usually so risky. I don't want to shill it. This is see. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Look at this. I don't want to be. I'm not about to be I'm not trying to be racist, but these look like a bunch of African, like literally African people. Like I don't know, these like fake reviews or what. Like there's like a weird community, like micro community of like these like Africans and Indians that highlighted these coins. There was that one Change. That was a big one. It was like a lot of African and Indian people piling in. I'm not trying to be fucked up, but like a lot of people piling in that, you know, like probably don't have a lot of money to play with. They're like taking whatever they can as speculative, trying to like, you know, change their lives. If a lot of people are piled into something like that, that shit can dive so easy. Like they're not diamond hands, bro. Like they're not gonna go down with the shit, bro. They're gonna cut their fucking losses. It's facts. And that's a fucking red flag. Like Change is literally like, that's why I stayed away from it. Dude, people were shilling the fuck out of that. Over and over and over again. I kept seeing it everywhere, bro. Who has the full chart on this shit? Because I want to actually like, dude, I was looking at it. It's like, how the fuck you go through it? They went through a whole bull market and barely pumped. Like, explain that, bro. That's a fucking red flag. They were in here in June 21. Like, yeah, it was like 4 cents. It went to like 18, 20. That's a 5x, bro. Like, this is a super red flag. That tells me that the team is selling fucking coins big time. There's no way. Like, maybe this is the time that they fucking sin. I could be wrong. I'm just saying. There's a bunch of Indian people and African people that are in the coin, chilling it on Twitter. The second that shit goes south, bro, they will cut it. Like, I mean, this is like holding up pretty good. And you know, like it's also like that's often used like profiles for bot accounts, and like the Chinese like to bot engagement on some of these coins. You know what I mean? So that gives red flag vibes. That doesn't, it's not the end of the world though. Like it's still good. The circulating supply is 1 billion. Total supply is 5 billion, so it's 20% off. It doesn't even have an FTV. That's kind of fucked. Yeah, this is like, I don't like that. This one though, Neutral Finance is a good one. I might come back to that. Let's see if we can find another one. Why is there two of these? Arb. What does it even mean? Oh, like Arbitrum? Oh, they have two different tokens. See, that's kind of cool because most people trade it both way, like both places. Bridge maybe. This just must be a Dex. I mean, that's interesting, right? Because there's gonna have to be people that compete with Grail, like Camelot Dex. So you know, some of these smaller Dexes might be worth it. But it's interesting because you have to combine these, I think. I don't know how that works. Because if there's 1 million market cap in this, 1 million in this, that's on ETH, that's on Arbitrum. That means the market cap is actually 2 million. And the volume is 180. 190. I could be wrong. Fucking doubloon. Okay. Anything with pirate inspired pumps in crypto. ARR. That shit went crazy. This is automated market maker trading. I can see this right now. Look at these little spikes and shit. Somebody's just got the bot turned on. Okay, this is interesting. This likes to climb mountains every now and then. See that? Like these big moves. Big moves. Little move here. Big move here. It might be due for another one. Look at the volume it got there. Damn. It actually got like huge volume because you can barely see it at the bottom here. But this has actually got like good volume. Let's do that. What the fuck? Where did it go? Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Galleon community. I don't like that. Oh my god. Like I said, my shit might be fucked up because I'm using that at nighttime. So if this looks bad, I can't blame them. Like it could just be me. Like this is probably a different color. ECs. I don't know. They have MEXC. That's whatever. Angel DAO. I think I've heard of that. What are they doing? It's like another DeFi thing. Whatever. Their marketing's kind of fucking cool though. I'm not gonna lie. I fuck with it. Oh, it's Cursed Pirates. Oh, they have NFTs around it. Okay, I mean it's like they're trying, you know. They're trying to market their shit. Join the crew. I like that. This is good. This is like better than most websites I've seen. I look for like, you know, misspellings and bad grammar. Shit that like, you know, Chinese copy pasters would fuck up on. This is pretty solid though. Brethren Courts. Treasury. The treasury is pretty decent. But it's just a bunch of their token. They have 1,000 USDC. What the fuck? Why is your treasury just all your coin? That's not good. Should never be like that. Unless this is an address like for distributing or something, but I doubt it. It's not. My fucking chart, bro. I mean, I don't know. I don't know shit about this. Like, obviously, the team's not docs. Nothing. It's on Uniswap and MEXC. It's not on Grail or Camelot Dex. So that's, you know, but that's another thing, right? Because it's not on there, it means it could get on there, and that can be a catalyst for it to pump. So sometimes that's a good thing. Like back in the day, you would look for shit on KuCoin that's not on Binance, but it's doing a lot of volume. That basically means because CZ is going to come and get the fucking fees off that. If a coin is doing volume, it will be on Binance. And, you know, and especially the bull market, that will result in the coin going up. And once the coin gets more volume, it just becomes healthier, right? This shit's barely doing any volume. 20 circulating supply, 100 total. It's fine as long as there's not, you know, look at the white paper, see the emissions, you know, what the curves look like for coins coming out and how that works. This isn't terrible. It checks a couple boxes. It's super fucking small. This is one of the ones you could just chuck whatever and just forget about it. And that's another thing too. Like you can play this safe. If you get into these like early, like even this right now, right? Like this is 1.5. If you want to put like 1,000 in this, right? It goes to 3. You can pull your investment out and just forget about it, and you're good. You can take that and go push it somewhere else. And, you know, maybe you push it somewhere and it just fucking it rugs or something. Well, at least you protected it. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways to play it. Like, you can either take like, oh, let's just put 500 in it, forget about it. 500, forget about it. Or put 1,000 in it, and if it doubles, pull half out and then let half ride. And, you know, that's like, there's people who become fucking super rich in crypto doing that. If you get lucky, or if you just have good taste. And honestly, this is like a good way to do it. You know, but I you know, sometimes being so early is like catching these before they're even on CoinGecko. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people were so tapped in, you know, they're buying the pre-sales and fucking, I don't like to do all that. It's just too much. It's way too speculative to me. It's got to be a special case for me to get involved in some shit like that. But other than that, we're basically in the depths of, we're like on like page 80 of the hub right now. Like, that's basically where the fuck we're at. You know, like, I look at this Arbitrum shit, there's still a, like, it's still so early to get involved in these. Like, I go and look at the AI stuff. A lot of the AI projects have moved so much more than these Arbitrum projects. Categories. Like, if I go look at fucking some of these AI ones, yeah, of course, chain is gonna be AI. Yeah, bro, we're on page 80 of the fucking hub, man. What's the best way to do this? Yeah, we'll go by market cap again. Some of these dudes just like, I come back to him. I keep coming back to him. Damn, how's it doing 130 with 20 mil? That's dog shit. It's not good, man. Volume is like the lifeblood of a coin. It's not, you know, it's not the end of everything, but, you know, you want volume, especially in shit that's small. That's a good sign. I always see this one too, like bottle. I always like, I get in here and I dig these, you know. Like, that's just so fuck. Like, what is this price action? It's not terrible. I don't remember what they do, bro. At least they have Botto.com. That's kind of sweet. Decentralized autonomous artist. What's fuck? Auto creates works of art based on collective feedback from the community. What? Is this like AI? Yo, is that Ethereum? Those selling for fucking 11 ETH. Is that what the fuck that is? That's actually like kind of beautiful. This is cool as shit, but it's like, this is another thing. Why the fuck do you need a token for this? Okay, you can say governance, but like, does it really need it? Represents community ownership of the artist. Participating in governing. So maybe they get like, they get kickbacks of the fees for the art that sells, or how the fuck does staking work? They should also like, okay, that's another thing, right? They need me as an advisor. Because I tell you this right now, this is how you get this shit to pop the fuck off. If you have art that's auctioning at like fucking 20 ETH or whatever. See, like, did this really sell for 100 ETH, bro? That's another thing. You could wash trade this to yourself. If you own this fucking project, you have a bunch of fucking Ethereum, you could just bid on all these yourself on different wallets. It doesn't mean shit. But if this is actually like selling art at these type of numbers, bro, you do the governance token, right? And then you do fucking monthly raffles for a piece of artwork. So imagine you buy like a small piece of governance, like a couple $100, and you hit one of these motherfucking pieces of art, which, you know, let's say now they might sell for 10 ETH, 5 ETH, but that's fucking huge W. That would drive people into this like crazy. Especially if you get in the ordinal shit, you start doing that, you start dabbling everything. You could get this shit to pop the fuck off, bro. I'm about to fucking talk to the team. I'm sure they have that idea. Like, that's not a crazy idea. But bro, like, I saw small ass artists, they're getting placed at Sotheby's and shit. Look at that pollen NFT I showed, which ended up doing terrible. I'm not gonna lie, I got fucked on that. Like, bro, like, I mean, what the fuck? Make a couple fucking connections, get this shit in Sotheby's. You know what I mean? Like, have it fucking generate a piece of artwork live and auction it. Hey, you just like, now people got eyes on it. I'm sure they like if they don't have a raffle system, like monthly raffle or some shit, then they're dumb. Because it doesn't cost them money to generate art. I don't think. This AI that they have, I mean, it might be like computing power, but that's nothing when you're selling art for fucking 100 Ethereum. Like 10 Ethereum. Bro, some of this fucking artwork is sweet. See, unreleased artwork. See, they're teasing shit that's not even out yet. That's at 2022. So wait a minute. Can I go to OpenSea? That's kind of interesting. I don't think I ever looked into it as much. I gotta remember this one, Neutral Finance. I'm gonna shove this over here and I'll dig into that more. This shit, whatever. I have some shit that I've searched. Am I dumb or what? Oh wait, let me go to that shit again. No, switch. Dude, that one's fucking sweet. Sold for 100 ETH. Bitch, where? I'm trying to click it. Like, where's your OpenSea, bro? On super rare? Nah, you gotta get off of that. Super rare is shit. This is another one of their problems. Super rare is like dying, bro. This shit sucks. Damn, they're selling art for real. And they have like, it does show like real collectors. But they gotta get on super rare, bro. That shit's dead as fuck. You'd be better off on Magic Eden. I mean, they don't do Ethereum shit if this is what that's on. I don't think. I don't even know anymore. I don't follow a lot of these shit marketplaces. Bro, but if you could get like positioned on Blur or like OpenSea, like, because OpenSea does everything now. This shit would pop the fuck off, bro. You gotta get off a super rare. Dude, that's fucking sweet though. Some of this art is really fucking good. Like, bro, this is dumb. Who the fuck is paying? This is trash. This is kind of cool, cut but trash. Art's art, but this is actually kind of sweet. But like, I mean, there's painters that could do that for not 11 Ethereum. I'm bad when it comes to art, bro. I mean, that doesn't even look interesting. Neither does that. What do they hold? Just random shit people send them, probably. Fucking AI. Is this an AI or not? Yeah, I'm bought a decentralized autonomous artist discovered by people. How do you prove that? How do you prove this is a fucking AI artist? You know? How do I know this isn't just some guy cooking like people in the fucking and shit? I mean, this is kind of interesting. They just like, bro, this should be way bigger than what it is. Like, how are you selling shit? March 17th. This is 2 days ago. This one's cool. But like, bro, you have a token and everything. And they got a DAO that probably works with the token. Wow. Dude, this is one of those things, right? Because like when NFTs get red hot, these random like artists or AI generative art, some of these just pop the fuck off. Like the fucking, I mean, the squiggles, like, come on, that shit went crazy. But, damn, what is that? They look like little pieces like that come together. I'm almost like an idiot now. It's like one of the biggest projects, bro. I really love their fucking. I really fuck with the art too. Oh my god, bro. Fuck. This is like more generative bullshit. Like, that's trash, bro. It's not even interesting. Where's the one that's like a bunch of like strips and they're like wavy in different colors? And there's another one that came out recently. Damn it. That's gonna trigger me. Hang on, let me Google it. Over here. Top AI art. Not just AI, NFT shit, bro. There's that one guy that starts with a W. He's doing it now. I almost bought a piece from him. Damn, I can't remember his fucking. That's gonna tilt me, dude. There's a guy on Twitter that he lost his piece of this art. It was kind of viral. Damn it. Yeah, I bet I can find it. Hold up. I think the 101 like generative art, I think that has like a real narrative. But it's just like what, you know what I mean? What makes it unique? It's like what catches on first. Oh, right here. Fidenza, that's right. And there's another one that's just like this. That's newer. And the floor's like 3. Like this shit's kind of cool, bro. Like these are kind of trash, but like the ones that actually like hold up, bro. Let's go to the like fucking high to low. Fuck that. That's OD. I don't even like that. Like some of these like up close or whatever, they look so crazy. Like to me that just looks cool as fuck. I don't know. I can see the value in it. Fidenza, and there's another guy that is doing it more recently. Damn, I can't think of his fucking name, bro. It is interesting that 10KTF is in the art category. As if it doesn't have utility, but like they did that before. You burn it and then it becomes utility. Damn, is it like Waltz or something? Or like fuck, man. That's I'm over here digging in fucking NFT shit. Oh my god. Some of this stuff's cool, man, but I don't know. Do you need a token? Probably not. Will it pump though at some point? Probably. If they get all fucking super rare and go somewhere else, yeah, bro, this shit can go to the fucking moon probably. Because people are paying money for it. And the art is fucking sweet for the most part. And it's not just one lane, it does different shit. It's really interesting. Like, do they have like... I tried to search on it before, but... like, I don't think Bada would be a fucking person. Look at a person. Yeah, it's some random fucking guy, bro. Maybe an artist. It's probably him, actually. I'm not so fast following. That motherfucker's got all the alpha, bro. You need to follow that guy if you don't follow him. I swear. I would show the schizo posters, but I feel like there's some shit on there I don't want to put on this platform. I love those things. Damn, that's gonna bother me because I truly think this guy I'm thinking of, I think like the value proposition is really fucking good on it. I'm on the fence, but like, bro, parking any type of egg, it hurts to park a good amount of money in a fucking JPEG. It's tough. I move in and out of them. I do say that I was looking at the other side market. I think it'd be so easy to swing trade these because there's like so many individual attributes you can trade, like floors. You know what I mean? Like, if you have no idea of this shit, then you don't know what I mean. But because like each one of these, right? They have like stars at the top, which is like dots. It's like how rare this land is or something. So there's like that, and then some of them have codas, which are like, you know, probably gonna end up being like PFPs, or like, you know, part of the actual like world, interacting the world or whatever. And those are like pretty high floors, and they're at least 10% of the total land. So there's like only 10,000 of 100,000 of those. And then some of them have artifacts and some of them don't. So it's like there's a lot of variables to calculate rarity. And you know, some of them just look fucking cool. Like that looks kind of cool. This one looks kind of cool. Some of them look just like, you could just look at it and be like, damn, that's lit. You know, like people would pay more money for it if you could just sit on it longer. And the spreads is crazy. Like, you know, sometimes these really like sell for cheap. Like, look at that, bro. Obviously, like, there's probably some of these are like way rarer and shit. This one's like with artifacts. Like, I could fucking, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. I feel like there's actually decent money to be made there. Fuck. That's annoying, bro. Why can I not look for like, damn, I didn't click on that shit. Close this. Damn, that's gonna bother me. I can't find that. Like, why is there not? categories. Arts. What the fuck is this? Fidenza. I can't believe these fucking squiggles are fucking. That's so cringe, bro. Damn, the volume must be cooked on these. Fucking full send Metacord. What the Huh. I really can't find it. I was just looking at it the other day. No, whatever. I wonder what Tom Sachs is doing in the NFT shit. Damn it. That sucks. Mason Rothschild. What the fuck? Created in February. 0.03. 0.05. That's interesting. These are like performing really well. I wonder what the story is. This might be a good one. The volume isn't kind of decent. $3,000 sold, 2,000, 10,000. What's the Twitter? Gasoline XYZ. How many are there? 11,000. That's kind of hard, bro. The music's dying. Maybe we go to Baby John's. There's gonna be no one in here. Maybe streaming for a while. I need like a fucking background, like a picture that's like grabs your attention. I'll have to pay someone. I'll go to Fiverr, bro. Gasoline checks event.
Like, why in the fuck is you speaking out of line? Can't leave without it, boy, I need it on my side. Feeling kinda evil as a demon when I ride. Spent 12 in the babe stuff. You that one guy that
the fuck is this shit, bro?
Let a bitch ask for something, I'ma say no.
That's
Let him try to pass the wood, I'ma say no. You ain't never seen the Drake with the A club. Lamb chops with the zip, fuck the steak sauce. Seen him out, he got to run it home like it's baseball. Bitch, if you ain't independent, stay your ass at home. I keep slide down blowing fully switches like they saxophone. Talking body missing way until they find the bag.
The fuck? All right, I'm about to end the stream. Peace.